Joseph, favored by his father Jacob, receives a special coat that sparks jealousy among his brothers. His prophetic dreams further ignite their anger, leading them to betray him and sell him into slavery in Egypt. Despite facing hardship, Joseph remains faithful, and God's plan unfolds, leading him to a position of power where he can eventually save his family. Under the vast, sun-drenched sky, Jacob presents Joseph with a coat of dazzling colors. Jacob stands with outstretched arms, presenting the coat to Joseph, their bodies turned towards each other. Jacob beams with pride and affection. Joseph reaches out to accept the coat, his face filled with surprise and joy, eyes wide with wonder. The scene is a wide, eye-level shot of a vast, golden wheat field under a clear blue sky, with rolling hills in the distance, and a small wooden table nearby with a pitcher of water. Bright, warm sunlight bathes the scene, creating a cheerful and idyllic, joyful and loving atmosphere. The coat swirls and flows, its colors blending and separating like strokes of paint on a canvas. Sunlight illuminates the coat, highlighting the texture and vibrancy of the fabric. This is a close-up shot, slightly above eye level, with a blurred background of golden wheat. The atmosphere is dreamlike and artistic, emphasizing the beauty and artistry of the coat. In the background, Joseph's brothers stand like statues, their faces masks of envy and simmering resentment. They are watching with intense, suppressed anger, their bodies tense and still. The scene is a medium shot, eye level, at the edge of the wheat field. Shadows begin to lengthen around the brothers, contrasting with the bright sunlight, creating an ominous and resentful atmosphere with a palpable sense of simmering anger. Jacob stands with a gentle smile, watching at Joseph with unwavering affection. His gaze is warm and loving, eyes filled with pride and tenderness, a peaceful smile gracing his lips. Jacob remains still, completely absorbed in the sight of Joseph's happiness. Joseph twirling in the distance, and the brothers standing further back. Sunlight continues to bathe the dad Jacob, but shadows are growing longer around the edges of the field, creating a blissfully unaware atmosphere with a sense of contentment and parental love. Joseph brothers stand closer together now, their postures more rigid and menacing. Their faces are now masks of barely controlled rage, eyes burning with hatred, mouths set in tight lines. Joseph brothers clench their fists, their bodies trembling with suppressed anger, plotting in silence. In the wheat field, now with a slightly darker tone, the wooden table is now empty. The sun is beginning to set, casting long, dramatic shadows across the field, creating a foreboding and dangerous atmosphere. The joy of the earlier scene now replaced by a sense of impending doom. Joseph is lying on his side, curled slightly, with his hands loosely positioned near his face. His face shows a peaceful, serene expression, with his eyes closed and a soft smile playing on his lips. A close-up, slightly above, with a soft focus on a simple, dimly lit room with a straw mat on the floor. Very dim moonlight filters through a small window, casting soft shadows and creating a calm, peaceful, and ethereal atmosphere. Farm wheat stalks sway gently in a breeze, all bowing towards a noticeably larger and brighter central sheaf. This is a wide, eye-level shot of a vast golden wheat field under a clear blue sky, where the central sheaf is particularly radiant. Warm, golden sunlight illuminates the entire field, creating a tranquil, symbolic, and slightly mysterious atmosphere. The sphere slowly rotates, with light particles drifting and swirling around within. This is an extreme wide shot, looking up at a swirling, infinite celestial sphere filled with nebulae and shimmering stardust. Soft, diffused light emanates from within the sphere, creating an ethereal, majestic, and dreamlike atmosphere. Joseph stirs, his face a canvas of awe and bewilderment as the surreal visions flood his mind. Joseph is sitting up slowly, leaning on one hand to support himself. His eyes are wide with a mixture of awe and confusion, and his mouth is slightly open. He is rubbing his eyes, trying to make sense of the dream. Joseph's brothers stand close together, shoulders touching, heads bent towards each other in a conspiratorial huddle. They exchange furtive glances, subtly gesturing towards the approaching figure of. Their eyes are narrowed with suspicion and malice, faces grim and determined. The brothers are partially obscured by shadows cast by the rocks, concealing their expressions and adding to the ominous and treacherous atmosphere. Thick with unspoken malice, Joseph brothers said, "Here comes that dreamer. Let's get rid of him." Brothers hisses, the words hanging heavy in the still air. Joseph brothers leans forward slightly, body tense with suppressed anger. His lips are pulled back in a sneer, eyes blazing with hatred, and brow furrowed in a menacing scowl. He whispers harshly to his brothers, hand clenched into a fist. As the brothers advance. Biblical. Joseph's voice cracks with desperation. "Brothers, please don't leave me here." Joseph is kneeling on the ground, arms outstretched in a plea for mercy. His face is contorted with fear and desperation, tears streaming down his cheeks, and mouth open in a cry for help. Joseph begs his brothers for compassion, reaching out towards them with trembling hands, set against the vast, empty desert stretching out in all directions. Joseph's isolation. The harsh sunlight mercilessly illuminates his vulnerability, casting long, despairing shadows and creating a heartbreaking and desolate atmosphere, reflecting the crushing weight of betrayal. Ignoring his cries, they turn their backs, leaving Joseph alone in the vast, unforgiving desert. Swallowed by despair, Joseph brothers walk away, their backs turned, leaving Joseph alone and abandoned. The harsh sunlight intensifies the feeling of emptiness, the long shadows mirroring the growing sense of hopelessness and creating an atmosphere of overwhelming despair and abandonment, reflecting the crushing weight of loneliness. Joseph now faces